Hello, in this video I am going to continue my series that was based on romanticism. In earlier videos we were talking about romantic age, and after that we started talking about William Wordsworth, and we have done at least four poems that were written by William Wordsworth. In this video, I am going to tell you about preface to lyrical ballads and some other poems like Lucy Gray. Because, because many of you have read these poems Lucy Gray in your bachelor or masters, and these poems are very important, and I have seen that in the exam the questions from Lucy Gray are asked. So that is the important of Lucy Gray, and in this video I will briefly discuss the themes of Lucy Gray. First of all, I am going to tell you about Lucy Gray poems. So the Lucy Gray poems are the collection of five poems that were written between 1798 to 1801. So in this poem, William Wordsworth talks about a girl, and her name is Lucy. Lucy is very dear to William Wordsworth. Some say that it is an imaginary character, but William Wordsworth says that it is not a imaginary character. But but if we study biography of William Wordsworth, we don't find any uh, signal or anything that is related to Lucy. So we can say that Lucy is an imagined character uh, generated by William Wordsworth, and you can think for for a minute that what is the reason behind creating this character, that is Lucy Gray by William Wordsworth. So through the character, William Wordsworth wanted to tell us the importance of nature. If we are connected much with the nature, we will always be benefited by the nature. In these poems, William Wordsworth talks how Lucy Gray is benefited from the grace of nature. So, in these poems, the first poem I want to discuss with you, that is 3 years she grew in sun and summer. That is the very important poems of the series of Lucy Gray. In this poem, William Wordsworth tries to tell, or you can say that tries to portray how uh, Lucy Gray learns many things from nature. You can say that nature is working as a mother in this poem for Lucy Gray. Nature teaches everything that is important for Lucy Gray, and Lucy Gray is very much connected with the nature. She plays throughout the day in the lap of nature. She enjoys all the activities like storm, rain, and wind of the nature. So, in this poem, nature work as a mother for Lucy because uh, if we study this poem, we find that Lucy is not Lucy does not have parents. She can be called an orphan girl. So, and for the orphan persons, they are generally connected with nature. You can say uh, if a person is orphan, and if a person does not have any house, car, any any materialistic things, they are always in the lap of nature, and they sleep under any tree, and 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 they work in the nature. For example, farmers are more connected with nature than any other person. So in this poem, Lucy Gray is in the lap of nature, and she enjoys all the activities of nature. But soon it has been seen that Lucy dies. William Wordsworth is very sad, and he portrayed his sorrows over the death of Lucy Gray. And this is very pathetic because Lucy died young. So William Wordsworth thinks that she must not have died very soon, and it was unexpected for William Wordsworth. So that is very strange. William Wordsworth is very sad, and he is lamenting over the death. But William Wordsworth said that the years she lived were amazing, and she learned many things from nature that a man who is not connected with nature cannot learn. That is the very important. And uh, and you can say that William Wordsworth says that if you are connected, and if you love nature honestly, uh, nature will definitely love you, and she will bring you out of your sufferings. And once again, you find that in this poem, once again, William Wordsworth emphasis on the importance of nature, how nature is important for a person, a- and what kind of lessons a man can learn from nature. That is very important. So after this, I am going to discuss with you the preface to lyrical ballads. In the preface to lyrical ballads came in 1800. In this ballad, in this preface, William Wordsworth tells how a poetry should be written, what is the purpose of a poet, and how poetry should be utilized. So, in preface to lyrical ballads, Wordsworth says that a poet should try to portray the nature very beautifully. He gives important to imagination because if a person is frustrated and he imagines some beautiful aspects of nature, he will he will definitely temporarily be away from those sufferings or pain. And you can say that this kind of situation is related to William Wordsworth. In Daffodils, William Wordsworth said that if I am under pressure and if I have sufferings, I remember those daffodils flowers, and after remembering them, I am able to be strong once again, and all my sufferings are fade away. So, in preface to lyrical ballads, William Wordsworth tried to say that a poet should try to use the important aspect of nature, and along with this, William Wordsworth tells that how should a poet write. So the selection of word is called poetic diction. Poetic dictions means the arrangement of words while writing your poem or prose. The selection of words is very important for any kind of writing. In prose, the selection of words is very much different from other than in poems. In poems, meter and metaphor and many kinds of figures of speech are put up to to make language or to make poetry something different from other writing like essay and prose. So sometimes you find that it is not easy to understand the language of any poems because in poems very figurative language is used. According to William Wordsworth, the language should be used in such a way that a common person is able to understand whatever is written in the poem. In simple word, a a reader should understand the message conveyed by author or poet in the poem. That is the whole purpose of the poem. William Wordsworth said that if you use very difficult jargons, or if your poetry has many figures of speech that are strange to a common person or an average man who is not very much talented or who is not a, a learned man. So the purpose of poetry is fruitless or useless. The purpose of writing poetry to teach and delight the persons. So, first of all, I want to say that William Wordsworth says that the language should be used according to the language of a reader, or the language should be a language should be the language of a common man. A common man must understand the message that was given in the poem. In a poem, it's very important to be understood by the reader. The second thing that William Wordsworth adds to preface to lyrical ballads is that he says that you can use rhyme, because rhyme provides some musical things, and if a reader reads a poem have that is completely based on rhythm, it soothes the reader, and the re- the reader takes interest in reading the poem, and tries to follow and tries to understand the hidden message in the poem. So it is very important to use in it is very important to use rhyme, but it is not necessary. If a poem wants to use rhyme in his poems, he can use, but according to William Wordsworth, it is not necessary. And and other things that William Wordsworth tell us, that language should not be very complicated, it should be very simple. And now you can understand the language that William Wordsworth is talking about should be related to the needs of a common man. In preface to lyrical ballads became very popular, and from the and with the publication of preface to lyrical ballads, the uh, the romantic criticism started, and all the romantic writers try to tell that a language should not be very strict. A language should not be full of jargons or idioms and phrases and some difficult words. Language should be language should be natural, because a person can understand the natural language easily. But some other poet of romantic age, like St. Coleridge, according to St. Coleridge, and St. Coleridge commented on William Wordsworth that there should be essential difference between the language of prose and the language of poem, because St. Coleridge says that there should not be any similarity between them, because the poem has its essence, and prose has its essence. So you should not mix them, and everything has his its own unique quality. So in the poem, meter and figures of speech are used. That is very important. He want to say that a poetry should be different from prose in terms of language. It should not be it should not be mingled, because St. Collins says that every person tries to um, put strong efforts to understand uh, those messages in the poems. A person should make his attempt. So, St. Collins said that the language should not be easy. No, according to St. Collins, the language of a poem should not be simple, and in terms of language, the use of language in poetry composition, both William Wordsworth and St. Collins are opposite to each other. So this is the difference between them, and William Wordsworth says that the language should be based on nature and it should be natural, while H.T. Collins said that the language of poetry should not be simple. So both the authors are contrary to each other. In the next video, I will tell you about John Keats, because in this series we have studies romantic age, and after this we studies William Wordsworth. So in the next video I will tell you about brief introduction of John Keats and some important odes that were written by John Keats. 1890 year is a very productive year for John Keats. In this year, John Keats wrote almost six odes that were very popular. That that gave a great fame to John Keats. So now you can understand. And John eh, John Keats could not live up to 25 years. He died at the age of 25 years, but his contribution to literature is vast, that you cannot imagine that in 10 years John Keats wrote in such a way that he became a prominent poet of his age. In the next video, I will discuss with you about John Keats, and I will discuss some important poems and key terms that are important for you. And the purpose of my making this video is to explain you in a very simple language. I have seen that many teachers explain in different language, but I am trying to convey my message to you in a simple language, and I want to make you sure that you should have a basic understanding of the age. So for basic understanding, I have told you that you should have the knowledge of themes of the writer, what kind of writing the author is writing is very important to understand any age. So in upcoming video I will wind up the Romantic Age, and after this I will start Victorian Age, because Victorian Age is also important for English literature, and I will try my best so that I can help you in your preparation, and you can understand those uh, messages in simple language. So in the next video I will upload a video on John Keats, that is